Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pitch Star podcast channel. I'm your host, the HOD of the BSB, and once again, a breaking news of sorts. Of course, it broke about an hour or two ago, maybe even, that Diego Costa has reached an agreement with Atletico Madrid for the termination of his contract. Like, share, comment on the video, of course, what you think, subscribe to the channel most importantly, and enable notifications to receive the updates of this kind of videos and all other content on this channel. I'm going to comment quickly on this. I'm not going to have to elaborate a lot, but all the sources, of course, the big sources state that it was Diego Costa's desire to leave the club, really, ahead of the transfer window in January. Apparently, he's not satisfied with this situation. I mean, not because it's a dispute with the club or anything, it's because he is not satisfied with himself because he didn't appear a lot. The injuries really distracted his sort of spell with the club since he returned from Chelsea in 2018. The striker, I mean, didn't reach his full potential. You feel that along his whole career, you feel that he didn't reach that moment where you think, oh, Diego Costa is one of the greatest strikers in the world. Really, he had different degrees of success. The first time at Atletico was certainly good. At Chelsea he was fine, and then he returned to Atletico Madrid in 2018, and you don't think that he was exactly the same, striker that he once was. I mean, at a certain point of his career, he is beloved though. I mean, he's beloved for his gritty nature by the likes of Jose Mourinho, his current manager, Diego Simeone. I mean, I'm talking about the guys as if he's dad. He's not, but the fact is, at what is now 33, 34 years of age for the guy, he's getting older, and it's not exactly the best time really to stare aside the Atletico Madrid that demands intensity, demands a lot of hard work that I don't think Diego Costa is available and is able to do anymore. With, of course, the new sort of hybrid 3 in the back, 5 in the back, and even puts more work on Diego Costa up front. And you can see him, even in the limited appearances he made this season, you can see that he wasn't exactly in the best form of his life. He's not exactly as physically impressive or as mobile, let's put it this way, as he once was. Only 2 goals, 7 appearances for the guy in the last year. Diego Costa is a curious case. He was out for a while with an injury in his leg, and it's like some kind of minor stroke or something, and in his nerves, and we all thought, well, he's done for good. Like, that injury could have done him good. But he returned, he played a couple of fixtures, he featured in a couple of matches in La Liga, but he certainly didn't add a lot. And obviously, as I mentioned before, it was his desire to leave the club. There's a host of clubs that would want him, but I don't think exactly that are of the biggest caliber possible. I mean, you don't expect, for example, the likes of, I don't know, a side like Man City, PSG would want Diego Costa right now. He's basically, and I'm sorry for the word really, a leftover of a striker. He's not the same anymore. He cannot give you the same effort that he used to give under Simeone or under Mourinho at Chelsea. So I just want to say, I mean, I wish that Diego Costa had a better career. I wish that Diego Costa had a better sort of performances, some achievements to compromise and to make for his effort and for his gritty nature. I mean, he's one of those players that will be remembered when his career is over for good. He's going to be remembered for his sort of spats on the field, his battles with Sergio Ramos, his battles with Pepe, his sort of demeanour on the pitch more than his goals or his on pitch contributions. Overall, it's, I think, the right move to do. If you don't feel satisfied, if you don't feel good at your club, you just leave. Again, not a host of big clubs that will demand Diego Costa at the moment. Maybe he's going to be persuaded by a side that is where he's going to sit on the bench. I mean, definitely the side where he's going to end up is not going to be as demanding as Diego Simeone's Atletico. That's for absolute sure, because Atletico Madrid are probably the most demanding side in football at the moment, because they're not a side that is comfortable on the ball or on possession. They sit tight, so there's a lot of running behind the ball, there's a lot of pressing, a lot of aggressiveness. Admittedly, goes into putting that side together. So, in my opinion, this is the right move. Diego Costa should see another team where he can sit on the bench, knowing full well that he's going to be used only a few times, and he will have a less of a grueling sort of work ethic on his platter. That's all. I think in the end I would say it saddens me in a way to see someone like Diego Costa, who again never reached his full potential in football, I would say, leave Atletico Madrid haphazardly, almost unceremoniously really, without making any achievement. This could have been the season where Atletico Madrid win another La Liga title. He was there, of course, the last time they won La Liga in 2014, and it is really bad. It is really bad for him. In terms of emotionally, of course, I mean, he's going to end up having a pretty lucrative deal wherever he goes, at least, I mean, based on his reputation and on his name, at least, from before. That's all I had to say. Comment on this video, of course, what do you think of this whole situation? Where do you think Diego Costa is going to end up, maybe? Do you think there's any team that deserves to get him, or he deserves to go at a certain club? Subscribe, most importantly, to the channel, and enable all the notifications to receive the content on this channel, this kind of videos, the match recaps, and the podcast, of course, episodes. Again, I always need to mention that there's no podcast this week. I'm going to be back on Friday, hopefully, to do a podcast episode. And follow us on social media. I'm at SouthPSP on Twitter, PitchSidePod on Instagram. Listen to the podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you can get it from. Always your boy, the HOD of the PSP. And until next time, I will see you soon.